Welcome batch. Today I am going to teach you how you will ascertain the net profit or loss or net income or loss through cash basis, actual basis and mixed basis. So first you see one problem. Mr. Kailas, a reputed barrister, supplied you the following particulars supplies following particulars of his income and expenses for the year ended 31st March 2020. See, he is received in cash from clients rupees 5 lakh. Accrued fees from clients rupees 50,000. Rupees 50,000 gross. Salaries of clerks paid rupees 1 lakh gross. Outstanding salary, no, without gross. Salary of clerks paid rupees 1 lakh. Rupees 1 lakh paid. Rupees 1 lakh. Outstanding salary of clerks rupees 20,000. Rent of chamber paid gross rupees 60,000. Telephone charges paid rupees 30,000. Electricity charges paid rupees 40,000. Fees received in advance rupees 5,000. These following particulars have been given. Mr. Kailas, a reputed barrister, supplies you the following particulars of his incomes and expenses for the year ended 31st March 2020. Fees received 5 lakh gross. Fees received in cash from client 5 lakh gross. Accrued fees from client 50,000. Salary of clerks paid rupees 1 lakh. Outstanding salary of clerks 20,000. Rent of chamber paid gross 60,000. Telephone charges paid rupees 30,000. Electricity charges paid rupees 40,000. Fees received in advance rupees 5,000. Next, prepaid salary prepaid You may write prepaid salary rupees 10,000. Prepaid salary rupees 10,000. Now see one by one. A certain net income, a certain net income under cash basis, actual basis, and mixed basis of account. This is the problem. Then you will have to find out net income. In order to find out net income of Kailash, you will have to prepare a statement containing 3 columns. You will have to write a statement of income and expenses of Mr. Kailash for the year ended 31st March 2020. See, under cash basis. Number 1 method, under cash basis. So first I am going to solve this problem under cash basis. Then first column, particulars, amount. In the previous lecture I have already told you that in cash basis only cash received and cash paid will be recorded. So see here, fees received in cash from clients, rupees 5 lakh gross. Gross means including advance. You see, rupees 5,000 received in advance. So under cash basis, accrued fees will not be adjusted. Outstanding salary will not be adjusted. Rent of chamber pay, telephone charges, electricity charges, fees received in advance will not be adjusted. Prepaid salary will not be adjusted. So these 4 items will not be adjusted. You see, prepaid salary, fees received advance, outstanding salary, accrued fees. As I have stated, in difference between cash basis of accounting and accrual basis of accounting, there will be no adjustment of these 4 adjustments at the time of ascertaining the net income or net profit or net loss under cash basis. Then you will have to write fees received in cash gross. Gross here means including advance. The amount of fees received in cash gross 5 lakh. Then you will have to write down outer column 5 lakh. Accrued fees will not be recorded. Similarly, fees received in advance will not be adjusted. After that, you will have to write all the here I want to write here again gross less expenses. Only there is one income under cash basis, fees received in cash, gross rupees 5 lakh. Then you see expenses, salary of clerks, then salary paid, salary of clerks paid. and that is also written gross. You may write gross. Total amount is 1 lakh. Total amount is 1 lakh. Outstanding salary will not be adjusted. Then you see rent of chamber paid. Rent of chamber paid. Then it will be shown rupees 30,000. Rupees 30,000. Electricity charges rupees 40,000. Electricity charges paid rupees 40,000. See. Then you see fees received in cash gross 5 lakh, less expenses, salary of clerks, rent of chamber, electricity charges paid. So now you see salary of clerks paid has been written, outstanding will not be recorded, rent of chamber paid will be recorded, telephone charges rupees 30,000. So rent of chamber rupees 60,000, rupees 60,000, that is 60,000. Telephone charges is given 30,000. See here. Means there are 4 expenses. Salary, number 2 rent, number 3 telephone charges, first salary, number 2 rent charges, number 3 telephone charges, number 4 electricity charges. And there is no any other expenses. And all adjustment will be left. Then you make the total 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, 2 lakh 30,000. Total income under cash basis 5 lakh, total expenses 2 lakh 30,000. Then you 5 lakh minus 2 lakh 30,000, then you will get 2 lakh 70,000. 2 lakh 70,000, it will be the answer under cash basis. Net income under cash basis. You see. So then you see fees received in cash from client, only cash transaction will be recorded. Then after fees, accrued fees will not be adjusted under cash basis. Salary of clerks paid rupees 1 lakh gross, that is already shown. Next, outstanding salary will not be adjusted. Rent of chamber paid, gross rent of chamber paid 60,000, that will be written. Telephone charges paid 30,000, written. Electricity charges rupees 40,000, that is written. Then these are the 4 expenses. The total expenses is 2 lakh 30,000, 5 lakh minus 2 lakh 30,000 equal to 2 lakh 70,000 is the net income of Mr. Kailash under cash basis of account. Now see under accrual basis of account. Under accrual basis of accounting, the format will be same. Only in place of cash basis, you will have to write under accrual basis. Under accrual basis. Under accrual basis, you will have to find out net income of Mr. Kailash. Means under accrual basis, all will be adjusted. Now see fees received in cash. Fees received in cash gross. Gross here means including advance mandate. The total amount of fees received is 5 lakh. Then you will have to write down the details column 5 lakh. Accrued fees from clients, accrued means due but not received. Then it will be added accrued fees rupees 50,000. Then you make the total 5 lakh 50,000. Again there is adjustment. Fees received in advance rupees 5,000. Advance will be minus. Less fees received in advance. Less fees received in advance rupees 5,000. Then you will have to write down in outer column 4,45,000. Means accrued means due but not received, and the fees which has been received in advance, that will be minus. After that you will have to write less expenses, all the expenses you see the expenses one by one. Number one, salary of clerks paid. Then expenses, salary. You will have to write salary of clerks paid. Gross means including rupees 1 lakh. You saw here 1 lakh. Then you see outstanding salary of clerks 20,000. Outstanding means due but not received. Add outstanding 20,000. Then 1,20,000. Again there is one adjustment on outstanding salary to 20,000, rent of chamber paid 60,000, telephone charges paid 30,000, electricity charges 40,000, fees received in advance 5,000, prepaid salary. You see, prepaid salary is given 10,000. Prepaid means paid in advance, less prepaid salary. Less prepaid, the amount of prepaid salary is 10,000. 10,000. Then you write down 1,10,000. Will be the total salary for the year ended 31st March 2020. Salary outstanding will be plus and prepaid will be minus. Then 1 lakh plus 20,000, 1 lakh 20,000 minus 10,000 equal to 1 lakh 10,000. Then you write the other expenses such as rent of chamber paid. Rent of chamber paid. The rent of chamber paid will be how much? Rent of chamber is given 60,000. There is no any adjustment. Telephone charges. Telephone charges. There is no adjustment on telephone charges. 30,000. Electricity charges. Electricity charges. Electricity charges 40,000. Then you see 2 adjustment and 2 adjustment, 4 adjustment. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Means 5 item plus 4 adjustment. Accrued fees, fees received advance, outstanding salary and prepaid salary. Now you will have to make the total expenses and you have to write in outer side. Now 1,10,000 plus 60, 1,70,000 plus 30,000, 2,40,000. The total expenses is 2,40,000. Then 4,45,000 minus 2,45,000. Then 5,000 and 4 minus 0, 2. 4 minus 2, 2 lakh. Then you see 1,10,000. Sorry, here there is a mistake. 5,45,000. 5,50,000 plus 5,000, 5,45,000. Then total 5. Again you see 5 lakh plus 50,000, 5,50,000. Less fees received in advance 5,000, 5,45,000. then you minus, then the net income under accrual basis will be 3,05,000. Then you will have to write net income under accrual basis. Net income under accrual basis will be 3,05,000. Now see the next, under mixed basis, the format will be same. Format will be same. Format will be same, and there is a minor difference. That fees received in cash gross 5 lakh. Income will be shown under cash basis. Here you will have to change mixed basis. Mixed basis. Mixed basis. In mixed basis, as I have stated in previous lecture, incomes are recorded under cash basis. Then you will have to write only fees received in cash gross 5 lakh, and all the expenses as you have written in actual basis, that will be same. Then the total expenses under actual basis is 2,40,000. Then 5 lakh minus 2,50,000, you minus, so 3,60,000. So 3,60,000 will be net income under accrual basis. Sorry, mixed basis. Under mixed basis. Under mixed basis, net income is 3,60,000. So there are three methods of ascertaining profit or loss or income and expense. Now I have explained all methods such as cash basis, actual basis and mixed basis. Thank you, Aj.